So there's a wide range of keys, but to make it easier, on each of the lock, there's a number associated with it. So that's CH510. So if you go to the keys, this one, CH510. Look. In the front toolbox we have a generator. Off grid. Gas is located in the front toolbox. Just push both levers. If your gas runs out, there's a lever here, and all you need to do is switch it over to the other gas bottle, and then open that one up and close this one. Located in here, there's the sport bike racks. So if you need to use that, they're located down in here with the straps. Coming on the side, there's gas water that you don't really need to worry about. Your two water fill points for your tanks. Here's an outdoor shower, and as you come on here, this is our 15 amp inlet. So we have two power cords. One's a 15 amp, and then the other's a 10 amp, but it has a 15 amp female end on it, so you can plug in from just from a house, not just a 15 amp Caravan. And then lastly on this side is our toilet cartridge. So to open the toilet cassette, just press the two buttons. The top is for the flush, so you can fill that up with water if you run out of flushing water. And the bottom is a cartridge, and all you do is pull the button up and pull out, and then go empty that once you're finished. Coming on the front, we have a big tunnel boot with ample storage, and on there we've got a fishing rack holder if you want to use that. Coming on to this one, we have a hatch, all your seats, water hoses, electrical, table, shade and matching are in there. Coming across, there's outdoor speakers, outdoor picnic table, 10 amp outlet, so you can just plug in power, charge something out here, to 12 volts, and TV if you want to pop that open. So to open up the TV and have the TV outside, just bring that out, sit the TV onto there, and then plug it into the 12 volt, and the antenna's there. So you'll need to grab that from inside because we don't have two TVs. Continuing on the outside of the van, we have a 20 litre water for the tap here, 20 litre petrol for the generator, and crash mat which you can put all your garbage in. This here's a bike rack as well, which the Grip Sport, if you want to put it on the back, you can just slide it on there. You go clockwise using the tool, grab the lever, pull it up, bring it down again, pull the lever, and go anti-clockwise. Lastly, there's lighting all on the outside, so on every single slide there's lighting, and that's all controlled by the front switches here. So the Caravan has a DO35 ball hitch, which we will supply. Once you line it up to the top of the hitch, all you need to do is use the jockey wheel
within 5mm tolerance
to bring it back down, and once you have brought it onto the hitch, press the button on the top, that'll lock it in, and then put the cap over the top. So with travel, you'll need to take the jockey wheel off. To do that, just wind it up, and unwind the back side.
And then where does this go, Coach?
And then store that in the boot of your car.
Okay.
Action. So the Caravan has a 12-pin flat pin and an Anderson plug. The Anderson charges the batteries, and the 12-pin does your electric brakes and the fridge. This is also your breakaway. And then lastly, 2 hitches. Always cross them over. Alright, you can pause it. Stop it there.
Shackles?
Shackles on? We don't need to do
Shackles
this.
on, sir?
So we've put our chains on, our 12-pin in, our Anderson, and our safety breakaway. So this, if the Caravan fell off, this will pull this pin and the brakes on the Caravan will turn on automatically. Lastly, what you need to remember is to take the handbrake off the van off.
Very important, isn't it?
To work the stove, oven and grill, you need to have the 2 lids flipped up and you need to hear the click. So that click there is igniting the gas so that you can turn the dial whilst pressing this button in to start the stove. This one here is for the grill, this one here is for the oven. And always have to change the fridge from power to gas, you need to press the button a few times and till it allows you to scroll to the power button here. Press the button to OK, then just change to the gas symbol, which is the flame, press the back arrow, and then you can see it's on gas. So to change it back to power, you just want to press it a few times and then scroll down, press the gas button and roll back up to power and roll it back down to home, and then that's back on power.
So we come in the van, the first cupboard is where all the power is. So we have a red vision, red arc system which tells us what our batteries are doing. Currently we're plugged into 240. And we have solar, and then our car. Currently using 8.2 amps. We got 2 200 amp AGM batteries. And on the left here, when we're plugged into 240, use hot water, the electric hot water, 240. And when we're off grid, use the gas. Down here is our water pump, 12 volt isolator, and this is the 12 volt fan for the fridge. Please leave that on at all times, that helps keep the fridge nice and cool. The compressor. Lastly is our radio. It's got CD, Bluetooth, and radio, USB. Also aux cord. Moving on to the side, we have a fuse box, our RCD, and our inverter. So if you want to use 240 off grid, turn the inverter on, and that's all located under the bed. Under the bed we have our diesel heater, battery charger, our breakaway, so electronic brakes, and our inverter, which is EnerDrive 2000 watt, and our safety switch for that. There's only one thing that you need to know about down here, is that power point needs to be turned off if you're using the van off grid and using the inverter. Otherwise the inverter will try to charge the batteries using the battery power. It doesn't have its own separate RCD for that. It's tucked in on the right hand side of the bed. We've got the diesel heater remote. Turn it on, just simply press the on button. That will power up, and turn it off, just hold it off. There's a manual there to go through all the details of how to use this, temperature and timers and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go through that on this video. Okay, this thing on the wall is our tanks. So when we're off grid and we want to use water, we can. We've got two 95 litre tanks, so 190 litres all up. This one here is our grey water, and then these are our two other tanks. They're in line, so somewhere between half and a quarter right now. Coming in the shower, one thing when we're travelling is to make sure you put the shower head on the ground. It normally comes up and sits up here when we're at camp, but if that falls off when you're travelling and cracks the bottom, this whole compartment needs to be replaced. So just make sure you put that on the ground. Another travelling thing to do with the microwave, just put the microwave plate back in this styrofoam, just so it doesn't crack or break while travelling. So we've got aircon that can be used when 240's on. Right now you can manually turn it on and off. There's a plus or minus here. There's also a remote. Plug that, turn that on. Up top there's bowls, plates,